All right, chat, there's something I want to talk about. Have you guys seen this round?
答えることはできるか。まずはこのミラーリング波動拳を打ち消し合って目の前1発2発3発4発5発さあ綺麗に受け止めるシンガウンこれが竜の V スキルそしてさあまずは白いサクがさあコンボでダメージを取っていく竜の代表的な技そして背負い投げさあスタン攻めは上からいってそこからここで投げを抜けてさあ今度は黒いイタザン竜の反撃とまで
It's really mounting a comeback here.
一気に即答蹴りさあ今度はこれはガードブレイク技さあそしてどうなるガードしている本当に演武なのか真空波動拳
Truly the pinnacle of high-level Street Fighter. Few will know the true beauty of fighting into the highest level, because this is obviously the highest level of fighting games and Street Fighter. Well, you know, it's probably obvious to you guys watching and to anyone in my YouTube audience, but yeah, spoiler, this round is, it's staged. It is choreographed, rather, I would say. This was a super beautiful exhibition round that was prepared very carefully and painstakingly executed over hours of practice and rehearse between Itazan and Sako here. It is not an actual match of Street Fighter, but, you know, I'm speaking to the choir here. Everyone in my Twitch chat and everyone who might watch this on YouTube is probably going to be able to tell the telltale signs of this being fake. First of all, only, you know, spineless scrubs spam this many Hadoukens, but, you know, usually with fireballs, you don't dash up to point blank range and start chucking fireballs into each other's grills and then taking turns parrying back and forth, right? You know, generally things are not that synchronized. And also, if you couldn't tell up till that point, there's also this moment where the combo just drops. He's not blocking. I don't know if that was part of the plan. It must have been, right? It must have been because they synchronized the life bars. But the combo just drops. Itazan was just not blocking during this time. But yeah, you know, it's a super cool round. It's really beautiful to watch. It is choreographed 100%. And it's done to just show off the beauty of, you know, a choreographed dance, like a kung fu choreographed battle, basically. Some kind of like martial arts exhibition, essentially, right? That's the idea behind this round. And it's super sick to see and definitely difficult to pull off. You know, choreographing a Street Fighter match is hard to do. It's not easy to do. So props to these two for pulling it off. And of course, it's posted by this Windows Central Gaming when Street Fighter becomes art, which I do appreciate at least them calling it art. The statement is ambiguous, though, because it could be read as when the players are so good it becomes art, but not when they are specifically doing performance art, because this is performance art, right? And this round basically goes viral like every year or so. You know, some kind of account like this one that's just trying to farm interactions just picks up this round and clips it and tweets it out. And it's always cool. I think it's a good thing. It got a lot of attention on Twitter. It has almost 100,000 likes right now, tweeted a couple days ago. I think overall this is a cool thing for Street Fighter in the scene because people get really into it. They find it really enticing and interesting, and I think it's cool overall. However, it becomes pretty painful. I don't know the term to describe this phenomena, but you start scrolling through the comments and there's a couple people explaining the context behind it, but many people don't realize it's choreographed. They think this is what Street Fighter looks like. How is this not planned or coordinated? It was, right? This is the most Ryu match that ever Ryu'd. In seriousness, I love this match. It's not a match, right? So there's this, I don't know if someone has the word for it, the term for it, but that situation where something that you know so much about, everyone else around you is misunderstanding it, even though they're positively receiving it, and it just causes you pain that you see so much misunderstanding and misinformation going on, and you are powerless to stop it. It just makes you want to, you want to get in there and explain everything to everyone, but it doesn't matter. It's for no good, because at the end of the day, at least they're seeing Street Fighter and they're enjoying it, and maybe 1% of these people will take the plunge and look a little bit further into the game and get interested. So I think this is a great thing overall for Street Fighter. Even though there's people like this, you can't tell me these guys know what the sun is. I can tell you they're professional gamers, so you're probably correct, but you're just coincidentally correct. They're not so good at Street Fighter that the games look like this. You have the right conclusion, but through the wrong, you did the math is wrong, but the answer is correct, basically. So there's a lot of this that you see going on here. So it's always interesting to see. I had to have my tweet on it. This amazing, incredibly impressive stage round going viral every year is a good thing for fighting games and their presence overall, but I'd be lying if I said all the comments thinking it's a real match don't hurt every time. So yeah, I'm here to burst the bubble, I guess. The round is staged. But in its own way, that is almost more impressive because they had to plan out the entire round, memorize the inputs. It's basically like memorizing a choreographed dance, a performance, which all props to Itazan and Sako for pulling that off. It's actually super sick. But there's some context to the lore here. By the way, here's the whole show with Sako and Itazan practicing for this exhibition round. So yeah, they really did set this all up and prepare for this to get it done. But I think Bobby summed it up best. This is what happens when two souls evenly match, train under the waterfall of destiny, an intense bout of wits and mental fortitude where instinct and skill perfectly intersect. Yeah, apparently people think anime is real, and this is what people are actually reading into when they see this. That's how they interpret this. So yeah, an interesting round for sure. And Broski got me good too. Honestly, not that impressive. Any scrub can spam Habokens. I could beat these guys without abusing lane tactics and camping. And this also caused a physical, visceral reaction from me, so I had to hit him with my like and run because it made me angry, because that's how people react to this kind of stuff. But every once in a while, people getting the facts totally right doesn't really matter if the messaging is positive and leads to positive responses, because if people think this is what Street Fighter V looks like, honestly, good. If that's the surface level opinion they have of the game, I'd rather this be the misinformation that they ingest than any other kind of misinformation. And if they so choose to take the plunge, they can learn the reality, open their eyes, and see the truth for what it really is, and then become impressed with actual high-level gameplay at some point down the line. So this round, it does irk me a little bit when I see it going around, but I know at the end of the day, it's always for the greater good, and it's awesome that we have a moment like this in Street Fighter V's history to kind of sell the game to people who might not be interested in it or know about this game or fighting games as a whole, right? So these kind of moments are easy to watch and understand their beauty. Very similar to EVO Moment 37, which is, actually a piece of gameplay, but it's so concise, so iconic, so digestible that anyone can watch EVO Moment 37 and get it. I think this round serves that purpose for Street Fighter V, even though it's totally choreographed. And no, this is not how people play Street Fighter. So I just thought that was interesting. I just wanted to discuss it a little bit because I'm sure I'm not the only one who has something that they're way too invested in and know too much about, and get a little peeved when people misunderstand what's going on. Even at the end of the day, they mean well and are supporting your passion. So that's all I got.